Hello traders, welcome to the video. In this video, I want to be showing you a powerful boom and crash strategy and cash spikes. So this strategy, we are using the fib retracement. Don't worry, I will show you settings to my fib. I will also show you settings to this moving average indicator that you see on my chart. But first, I will explain you exactly how this strategy works. So if you pay close attention to my chart, you see that this is the 1 minute time frame and this is boom 1000. This strategy works on all the boom and crash 1000 markets. You can test it on the 500, 300, 900, 1000. It works. It is the same logic over and over again. So first thing you want to pay attention to with trading strategy is the market structure. As we all know, market moves this way: low, high, low, high, low, that way. So we want to be waiting for when the bull market is in an uptrend, because we know that the bull market spikes to the upside, and also we want to wait for when the crash market is in a downtrend. How do we know this? So this moving average is the guide for us to know when the bull market is in a uptrend and downtrend. So anytime you have candle going above the moving average like this is indicating to you that the market is in an uptrend. So you don't need to go to the higher time frame and be looking for the direction of the market. Just pay attention to your charts this way and take your trades. And anytime it is below the crash market, you know that it's in a downtrend. Don't worry, I will show you some examples. So first thing we want to see is a market change structure to the upside. See this break of structure to the upside above the moving average. So you can see at this point we have a low, we have a break of structure. This is touching the moving average. We have a low, we also have another break of structure. So once you have that, then we take our fib tool. To select your fib tool, tap on your screen, select on this two icon over here. This is your fib retracement. To add that, add this level and search for your fib. This is fib retracement. Don't worry, I will show you the settings. So once you click on that, then you want to take from the last swing to the upswing. So let me zoom in so that you can see carefully. So you can see at this point, you take this low. From this point, you will move it to this point. So once you have that, you want to have your entry on your 38.2 level. So this is where market is likely to tap most of the time. You can also use the 62 level or 50 level. Then your stop loss will be below this 100 level. So once you have that, then you wait. You can see the market come. You have a spike, retrace. Then you see this long spike to the upside. So you are not going to use TP. So once you see a spike that break this high, then that will be your TP. So you can see at this point, entry, stop loss, TP will be around this point. You can see how nice that movement is. So if I go back on my chart and show you some other examples, so you can see at this point, it has already entered into the moving average. So market can spike, then retrace to the downside. So next thing you want to see is a break of structure to the upside that's touching at least 50% of this move. But you can see you don't have it. So the market retraces to the downside. So this is another one at this point. You have this low, break of structure to the upside. Inside the moving average, you have a low, then you have another break of structure. So immediately you have that, what will you do? You take your fib tool, you mark from this low to this high. So what do you expect? Markets to come into that level, then you have a spike to the upside. So you can see enters into the 50 level, 38, but did not enter into the 62. That is why I said sometimes it may not enter into the 62 level. Your stop loss will be below the 100. Then you can see this long spike to the upside. Then you close your trade. Entry here, stop loss here. You close your trade around this point. So let me show you one more example before we go into the crash market. So you can see another one at this point. You have a break, trace, then another break of structure. You can see this break of structure over here. So the reason why I will not count this middle one as a break of structure is because it is too small and it did not enter into the 50% of this level. So it is like this, then this break of structure to the upside. So once you have that, what do you expect next? Market to come into the 50 level or the 38 level to break structure to the upside. So you will take your fib tool from this level up to this high. So with your eyes, you can easily judge that. You can see that this retracement is more than this retracement. So sometimes you can expect this flow to be swept to take markets to the upside. So that is why we don't mark from this level up to this level. So you can see entry as the 38, touching the 50 level. You can decide to use 50 or 38 level. It depends on you. But your stop loss must be below this 100 level. So you can see the tap stop loss below here, then you have this spike to the upside that take your TP, and you will close your trade around this point. So let's go to the crash 1000 market. It is the same thing over and over again, but just in the opposite direction. So what do you want to be looking for? You want to see market facing downside, going below this moving average. You can see over here we have a low, you trace a break of structure. So once you have that, you can take your FIB2, then you mark from the high to the low. So over here you can see enters back into the 38 level, then you have a break to the downside. Entry here, stop loss above here, then you take your TP around this point. You consider immediately market retrace to sweep and enter into the moving. Once you have this retracement back into the moving average, you don't have a trade anymore. So you can see this is another one over here, break to this downside, retracement, another break of structure to the downside. You will take your FIB2, mark from the high to the low. So you can see you have your entry at the 38th level, retrace to the 50, 62, but did not go above the 100 level. Trace, break this structure to the downside, so you take your TP around this point because it has entered into the moving average over here. So you can see the entry into the moving average before you have this break. So this break can cause markets to retrace to the upside, and you can also see it to break to the downside like this. But I will not risk it. So once I take my TP here, I look for another opportunity. So this is also another one. You have a spike to the downside, retrace, another spike that breaks structure to the downside. So you will take your FIB2, mark from this level to this level. So you can see the market retrace, enters into the 30th level, 50 level. You have a small break, retrace, then another long break to the downside to break the structure. Stop loss will be above here, did not reach your stop loss level. So let me quickly show you my FIB settings, and also let me show you the settings to the moving average. So we pick out our FIB2, then you will hold it down and click on this pen icon around this point. So once you click on that, you come to your levels, click on this pen icon, we add level, type 0.382, 38.2, 0.62, 62, 50, 100, then make it color of your choice, 3 pixel. After that, you click on save. So your settings will look exactly like this. And for the moving average, click on this indicator icon over here. You can see moving average. Click on this F icon to search for your moving average. Moving average, make the period to be 35, shift to be 0, method to be simple, apply to close. For the star color of your choice, 3 pixel. After that, you click on save. So basically, that is what I want to show you for this video. After this, I want you to go back on your chart and backtest this strategy. Wait for when it crosses this moving average before you look for trade. Then you will see how profitable this strategy is. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I release a new video. You can also check out my other videos that are displaying right now on your screen. Thanks for